All right, what is up, folks? How are we doing? Today is the 20th of April 2026, and it's another Monday. You already know every Monday we have the crypto emergency meeting. So, first things first, we're going to have a review of what I said last week and how the market went. Last week, I said when we get to 76k, I was going to short BTC, and it happened as I said. The market came back to between 76k to about 78k thereabouts. So let's see that price. So it came as high as $78,306 per BTC, and all of that was just a liquidity sweep to take out this high. It was just a sweep to take out the stop loss of these guys who had shorted previously. So we took out this liquidity and then it fell back in. I took a short on SUI instead of BTC because I knew SUI was going to give me a much more trade based on percentage. So that was what I did. The same setup. I just looked at BTC price action and I knew the market was going to be selling. So I took these two trades on SUI. Already I closed them, and we're going to be looking at what's going to be happening to BTC this week and how we're going to be navigating the market. Guys, all I ask is that you hit that like button, smooch that like button, guys. That's all I ask. All right, so coming into this week, here's what's going to be happening on BTC. Already, if we go to the 4-hour time frame, you'd see that there's been a liquidity grab, and then there's been a sell trade, as I said was going to happen. What's going to happen next is that we're going to have a retrace back to this level around here. Already the retrace already started, so I'm expecting that we'll either come back to this FVG right here, or maybe this other block right here, and then we continue to go downwards this way. And the ultimate target for this week is going to be 70k per BTC. I don't know how far we're gonna go on the retrace, but eventually the sell is gonna continue. That's what I'm looking out for, and the reason is because if you go to the 1-hour time frame, you'd see, first of all, we're on the downtrend on the daily and on the weekly. However, we needed to come back to this region right here, the 76k, before we continue to go downwards, and we have already done that. Last week, some persons were saying that we are forming a double bottom pattern right here, and that means it's a reversal. They're right, but partially right, because for a reversal to be confirmed using the double bottom, there has to be a complete break of the neckline right here. Here's what I mean. This neckline has to be broken by a candle, not by a wick. It has to be broken by a candle. But what we have here is that it was broken by a wick. So if this double bottom was supposed to hold, we're supposed to see a break, candle break, retest, then continuation. But that's not what has happened. What has happened right now is just a wick, and that means it was just a liquidity grab. So what we're expecting now is that we have a little push up and then continue this way. This is my trade for the week, coming back to the 70k region. If we go back to the daily, it becomes clearer. Go back to the 4-hour time frame, it becomes even clearer. Another thing I want us to consider is that on the 1-hour time frame, this right here is looking like a trap. What do I mean? This guy can push back up to this region just to trap those who are still in the trade and shake them off before it continues to go downwards. And that's going to make a lot of sense, because when that happens, it's going to be a double top formation again. It's going to be a double top formation that confirms a reversal to the downside. Remember, double bottom and double tops, for those who trade chart patterns, those are reversal signals in the market. So it's going to push up I don't know if it's gonna get to this region again, but any region from 76k would be a good region to short it. Why? Because on the 4-hour time frame, we have this supply zone right here. The strong supply zone that tested it once. I'm looking forward to New York pushing it back up this way, comes here, continues to downtrend. This is the most likely scenario, because if you look at this chart, this level has been broken, this level has been broken. This is the only level holding this trade right now, and personally I don't think this level has the power to push beyond this level, and if it does, it's going to just come back to this FVG. Maybe you want to take out the liquidity here, so we could come up this way, come back here, and then continue downward. Overall, we're going to be looking for a sell between 76k to 77k on BTC. We're going to be looking for a sell right there, and what that means is that every other token in the crypto market, most tokens are going to be selling. So for that reason, I'm not going to be shorting BTC, because the trade is going to give me, it's not going to be that much compared to other tokens. However, if I take on big leverage on BTC, it's going to be the same thing, but I prefer to trade these other altcoins. So on SUI, what I'm going to be looking out for is that we see a push back up this way to this region, which signifies this level right here, and then we continue to sell. SUI is very bearish in the sense that it's already back in last week range. It's already back in last week's Monday's range, so it's super bearish, more bearish than BTC at the moment right now. So I'm going to be setting a limit order around this region, put my stop loss somewhere around here or even here, and then we'll let it play. Let's look at Sol. The same thing, this supply region right here is going to be holding this trade. I don't see Sol going above this region. Anywhere around this region, Sol is going to fall back. Let's look at Uni. Okay, Uni already started falling already. So there was a pump this morning, just a little pump, and Uni is already falling. So what I expect is that as New York opens, is going to still pump back up a little bit, maybe somewhere around here, and then fall back. Yeah, XBT, same thing. This guy is going to keep falling. Tau is one of the coins who doesn't play according to BTC most of the time, but it's also bearish at the moment. So irrespective of what BTC does, this guy is gonna fall, but its own fall is going to be a bit different because it's on a major support. It's on a major support, but it's not showing any sign of a rally right here. So at the end of the day, it's gonna grind through this support, retest it, and then it becomes a resistance, and then free fall to 160. I'm looking at 160 as the overall target for Tau on the downside for the bear market. Bear market target 160. Looking at that as worst case scenario for Tau. So if you want to take a risk on Tau, I would say just take the short here, put your stop loss here, and hold with a very little margin, and then let the market just keep working in your favor. So as a summary, I'm expecting BTC to continue to go to the downside. However, between now and tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, we will have a push up a little bit and then continue downwards. That is my plan. So I'm not going to be shorting now. I'm going to wait for that push up anywhere around this region, 76k, 75k maybe, and then we continue to go downwards. And since we have that expectation of BTC, we're going to be looking for shorts on every other token, because BTC controls about 60% of the market. So whatever BTC does, every other coin follow suit. So we have SUI, SOL, UNI for sales. If I want to see other coins that are also forming that pattern, I can go to Banter Bubbles and just take a look to see other coins that will be up for short. So while that is loading, let's go back to the chat. Okay, so this is Banter Bubbles on the daily time frame. Let's see Banter Bubbles on the 1 hour time frame. So we have all of these guys, H bar, bonk, all of these guys are render, all of these guys are just pumping a little bit, but whatever pump happens between now and the end of today's candle New York session, whatever pump happens is going to be shorted by the market. Already you can see the market has started pumping already. SUI is now back at 2%. So guys, as a summary, prepare for a short around this region, around the 76k dollars per BTC. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.